Hello, all of you cute beans out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Raw Zim, and this is Data Anomaly Hunter Scar, Season 3, Episode 11, Rails and Relics. This is one of our Digimon tabletop RPG campaigns being run with our custom Scar system, or Stories and Creatures in Alternate Realities. This system is available for open playtest on our Discord as well as itch.io. Go take a look at it, let us know what you think. For now, we're going to go and get started with introductions, beginning with Lightpaw. Lightpaw, are you muted?
Hello, I am
there
the
you are.
storyteller for this campaign. I am Lightpaw. I am well, you can see me on screen. I do the NPCs, I do the stories, I do a lot of the behind the scenes planning stuff, and I'm furiously looking up the tarot card I just drew for the session, which seems to be the inverted King of Swords, which represents irrationality, cynicism, and aggression. We're in for a fun time, folks. Olger, take it away.
Hi, I'm Gimund, and I'm playing Arcus and Haboku, who are brothers and things. Yeah, they're a electric basic charisman. I'm to the Asher.
Hello everybody, I am Raw Zim, and I am playing as Asher, the Labramon. Astral Light type, God of Death, Lord of Evil, Master of Undead. And, well, he just wants to talk to him. He just wants to talk to that supervisor. Just wants to talk to them. That's it. That's all. Nothing else, Just wants to talk to him.
Yep, just wants to talk.
Anyways, off to the minion.
Hello y'all, I'm IDDoThings, or I do if you prefer, and I'll be playing Haboku, the Alugamon, an undead Indian of Asher, necrotic fire, hair generally mostly confused, but apparently puppeteering his corpse with his soul. I'm also a bit sick tonight, so apologies in advance. On to the Jace.
Hello, I'm Drunk Dragonair, and I'm going to be playing Jace, the Black Realm on X, Father of Asher, Shadow Mythic type, and possibly ate entirely way too much last session. Go ahead, Riv.
Hello, I'm Taldirus, and I will be playing Riv, the mythic water-type Lorvamon. My voice is going to be a little bit messed up, but that's because I am fighting asthma quite furiously right now. It should, keyword should, clear up fairly soonish. Should.
All right, and for the recap,
We've only got one current person who isn't sick tonight. We should probably make Chase do it.
What are you talking about? There's multiple people here not sick.
also I think you did it last week.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh.
So go for it, squeakers.
I heard something.
I heard it squeak.
I heard a singular something.
Can we get a squeakle?
I heard a squeak. I heard a squeak. We hear it again.
Try to blink. We.
All right, go for it, Lightpaw.
as I sit back down from trying to hastily pack some things. So last week, you guys were mostly doing I'm not going to use the word denouement. You're mostly breaking down what you were able to find out from the Drachmon fight. You did, you ended up having a conversation with Kino, where you put your foot down and point blank refused to consider the idea of letting Naoki come along on the trip. And you also did confirm with the head honcho that you are going to investigate the situation in the Henka section. After that, you separated the glitch from the Drachmon, discovered a little teeny tiny bit more about it, put it in a bubble, and locked it in the vault, which I don't think you guys have actually been in, save for Haru. And you might need to fix that the next time you guys are in town. You went home. Asher summoned the remainder of the reinforcements that Kino requested. Most of them will be not looking undead by the time they go on duty. And Asher separated out the innocent portion of Ritsu's memories and returned that to the dark area, leaving him with a jumble of mixed data from various sources that still needs to be gone through. I believe that is going to be the recap for last session, and I believe this session we're going to open on not the train platform, because the train platform is boring. It's a train platform. Anyone who's been on a train knows what a train platform looks like. It's noisy, it's busy, and there are a lot of emotions from people saying their goodbyes, saying their hellos, and people trying to avoid being in the way of people saying their goodbyes and their hellos. Instead, we're going to let the train roll out of the station after you guys have done your shopping, which we are just going to assume you guys did off-screen. Why don't we start by going into a tiny bit of detail about, or rather, I'm going to be doing a couple of rolls while we are doing the first scene that I'm going to be doing, just to see how well you guys did for if you were planning to construct your own vessel for any of your magical shenanigans. For that, I am going to ask that you... what did I ask that Gimund give us? Oop, nope, that's the wrong set of notes. It is going to involve your craft, but I am going to allow you to apply any of your magical specialties that you want to give it a particular flair if you are intending to use the vessel for that specific thing, Riv.
The only real magical specialty that he has right now is for moat capacity stuff, which is already what the vessel is used for.
Okay, so that is not going to be, in fact, a determining factor for you, so it'll be straight up a craft check, if you would, please.
Yep. I mean, if you'll let me, I'll happily apply it to get the one more dice, but...
I mean, yeah, if it's just the one more dice, that's fine.
All right.
It's not gonna. I mean, you said you already had a plan for what it looked like anyway. This is
Yeah.
mostly just to determine how much we are taking away from the cost of construction, which isn't actually sketched out, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah, that's fine. So I do have the feat that lets me use Mind for my spellcasting attribute. Can I use that for this?
You should be able to use it for crafting anyway.
Well, yeah, I more meant to double check.
Yeah. And Asher, it's going to be a similar situation if you were wanting to build a vessel as well.
Asher's already got a vessel?
Perfect.
His ring?
Ah, yes.
At least that's what you approved?
If you want to upgrade it to tier 3, this is an opportunity to do so though.
That had so much promise, and then it turned out meh. I can do better than that. I'm probably just going to willpower that. Gotta kick
Dude.
off Riv going on an adventure in the correct way in him gaining exhaustion. Oh, that might be worse.
Yeah. Hey,
Okay, there's a way
yeah.
to save that. I'll start by using some body.
Oh, look, it's a Marten.
You will fall yet.
Well, Riff has gotten an additional die so far.
All right, I'll
I
go
miss.
ahead and
Not enough
use
here.
that.
We have a reroll if we need it.
This group may be capable
Damn.
of learning after all.
How unfortunate. And if you close your eyes, ew. Does it almost feel like nothing changed at all?
Ooh, he's inviting us into his van for candy.
It's okay, I trust Key implicitly.
Yeah, unfortunately, so do I. Normally, I'd advise against this, but Key's a fluffy precious.
Meow.
Okay, I don't actually know how the rare candy card works for
Plus
Plus 5
sessions.
XP.
It's
Cool.
just 5 XP. It's literally just a little bit of XP.
Yeah.
And I don't think I awarded the experience for the previous session.
I am stubborn and I'm going to body yet again.
Oh, if it's party handing out the candy, then yeah, I'm definitely hopping in that van for reasons that have absolutely everything to do with the candy, yes.
I think we're still in the first 15 minutes of the recording, so yes, it is absolutely for candy.
All right. And I see a bunch of 9s in there. So it's gamble. Gamba time. So far, that gives me 1, 2, 3 more. Because everyone knows that the moment you start gambling and you start losing over and over, you just keep gambling more and committing.
Oh,
This is, of course, what you do.
Just like the famous quote of the towel. Remember, kids, casinos only kick you out if you're winning.
Very well.
So true past me.
It looks like the key wants the Riv to take a gamble.
Oh boy, more gambling for my gambling. I guess I have -1 on my next roll. However, my craft check, after using most of my resources, has turned into a 10, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, typical Riv.
Look, he only just got 2 exhaustion, it's fine. That's only a full night's sleep.
I want done with this. YOLO.
A generous bestowal. Carcerus tipped $23.33.
Key, thank you so much for that tip. That is the first tier of the tip goal completed. Those 9s are absolutely begging to be, exploded.
That +6 is pretty good too.
Well, the +6 was from the original roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The tracker's been updated.
So at this point, it would be this. And that. And that. Uh, 21.
Yeah, that'll do. And when you lock those in, if you would kindly note which specialty you used.
You mean expertise?
I said you could use one of your magic specialties if you wanted. I think it matters.
Oh,
a
you
little
mean
bit
one
less
of the
for you.
magic skills?
No, he literally means a specialty.
Oh.
Yes. Because of what this is that you are crafting, I'm allowing a one-off use of a magic specialty in order to affect the flavor more than anything.
I don't have any specialties for it. And then again, I still have not actually gone and picked my specialties. Kind of got sidetracked by other things.
It happens.
How about phonemics, necromancy?
That sounds good to me.
And this is where I get a 1. No, a 2. Okay. So still 21. Necromancy specialty.
Excellent. And I have that noted down. It's mostly, like I said, just going to affect a little bit of the flavor of the vessel.
A generous bestowal.
Just waiting for that.
Gimund underscore tipped $10.34.
Thank you, Gimund, for that tip. That is the second tier of the tip goal completed.
He already has a traps specialty. But I think you could possibly repeat that. Either way, I'm not sure that I would use a free specialty on repeating, but it is an option. Anyway, either way, that was all done last night while you guys were doing your final preparations for the train. So now we're going to zoom in on the train. Oh man, Asher with magic traps would be concerning.
A
There are
generous
words for
bestowal.
that.
IDDoThings tipped $10. Razim coins.
Thank you for that tip, Ido. Hello, Donkin Dice.
Look, all I'm gonna say on that front is that we have words for that, and it's called acceptable collateral damage.
You mean like the Salamon that keeps getting caught in the traps at headquarters?
I'm pretty sure that counts as acceptable collateral damage, especially if Asher starts getting into magical traps, yes.
Well, I do
Speaking
have
of
a
that-
large influx of XP to spend. So it's very possible.
Also, excuse me, my throat just suddenly decided that my sinuses were not the place to store the gunk.
Trust me, I really feel for the whole lung issues right now.
The infection is
Same.
spreading.
It's fine. We'll all just get together and get into a hypertonic oxygen chamber.
I'm sure that'll go well.
That'll fix all of us. Either way, speaking of Asher, we are zooming in on the train and zooming into the compartment that Asher has chosen. Because, like I alluded to during the recap, Asher had some data he was wanting to go through.
Yes, he does. Well, he is just, sorting through it. In particular, anything that belonged to Ritsu, he's going to pull out and send along to the dark area again. Anything that did not belong to Ritsu, he will hold on to for now. But just, best way to get through a pile is to start at the top and just separate it out.
Yeah, not to borrow a really bad analogy, but this is really kind of spaghetti code right now. There's data from a bunch of different sources, all of it without a core to aggregate around does seem to want to go to the dark area on its own. You can kind of feel the edges of the data poking in that direction. Ritsu's data, when you separate it out, fades fairly quickly. But you can tell that a lot of the data that's mixed in there is other Digimon. Probably Digimon Heat 8. If you wouldn't mind giving me an investigation roll just to see kind of how long it takes you to get through everything. And see what you can poke around. Or would you prefer this is just a find a thread and tug it and release it and what happens happens?
Well, I assume my data manipulation specialty can apply.
Yes.
In general, he is going to be looking through them and seeing if he can see anything that is tugging towards somebody here that's still alive. Because he would rather return it to those that are still alive than send it all to the dark area. That's better. RNGesus felt death's ire. 11!
What does RNGesus have to fear from death? He returns in 1d4 days anyway. The data is, like I said, it's mostly cursed scuffled, but you are able to detect there is something in there that wants to stay rather than go back to the dark area. I wouldn't necessarily classify it as the data of somebody living still, but it is data that wants to stay. And it is very familiar because as you dig through and free it, the data leaps out of the cluster and out of your ring and just straight returns back into you, which is a very odd sensation.
Uh-oh. Well, this is possibly not good. Rev! Yeah? I might need your help with something.
Okay, is this like a competency thing, or is this a I should get my backpack kind of thing?
This is a get in here right now, possible horrible things.
We will show up with his backpack anyway. I mean, that's where he keeps his notes and stuff anyway, too, so, you know.
Oh, that's exactly what happened, Jits. It's possible Jace is in the room with Asher when he's doing this. Haboku might be there too.
I'm not sure if I was there.
Well, this is happening on the train, so...
It's really up to you on whether you wanted to stay in the room or not while Asher's just going through data.
Or if they needed to roll you into a cargo cart again.
Or that.
I shift to medium, Jiminy. Odds I'll be there. Yeah, Jason's just sitting in the corner and looks up. Asher.
So, it's a possibility that, I might have sprung some kind of trap.
How?
But that's my job.
Or something.
No, hey, wait. Springing traps is my thing. You're supposed to set them up. No, bad.
I'm aware this is unusual. I've not seen this before. But it's a little difficult for me to scan myself.
So how did you spring a trap? What were you doing?
Well, I was going through Ritsu's data, pulling out strings of it, sending it on, and all that. And a piece of data jumped out of my ring and into me instead of moving on to the dark area.
Oh. Well, it's a good thing I didn't eat him then. Just as a reminder, he is the one I kidnapped you from.
Huh.
Also, wait, you can't look at your own data very well?
Well, it's a little difficult to, really get a full look at everything. I don't think that they have a full mirror room here on the train or anything.
Plus, I mean, if you scan a reflection, you're getting the data from the mirror, not from you.
Rib is just gonna, think for a second and go, I know that when you get down to it, our abilities are pretty different, but it's always neat finding the little differences. In terms of, the capability side, at least. Barring the obvious of, I kind of can't give anything up, but,
Yeah.
Do you want me to clear out of the room while you guys do this, or do you want me just staying here and let me know if you need any help?
Mine's less flashy. So
I've got
we should be
no care either way, and I've never really needed to scan myself before. I'm kind of immune to corruption as a whole, so... But also, this is new, so maybe I'm not as immune as I thought.
There's
Uh-oh.
probably a way to affect you anyway, even if it's esoteric and usually not worth it in any way. Anyways, I'm going to start looking now and trying to see... Wait, so do you know which part went into you at all? Like, did you get a good look at that?
Did he?
You got bits and snippets of it before, but nothing that would rise to the level of concrete. It's like if we were digging through a fossil bed, just as a random example, by the time it actually started showing up as bones, that's the point where it zipped itself clear.
So, I got a few looks at it, digging through the meth, and, it seemed a little familiar, but I didn't see enough to figure out how or why.
Okay, so I'm just going to have to look all over then. I just wanted to know if that would help me localize it, because obviously if it was, like, data related to his personality, I would start checking your head first. For obvious reasons. Also, if I fall over and pass out and start bleeding from trying to scan you, at least you're here to heal me already.
Jace's gonna take a sheet off the bed with his tail and drag it underneath Riv just in case, so we don't have to clean blood up off the floor. Just throw away a blanket.
Well,
Riv is not going to discount the fact that he does think Asher's telling the truth, and he might be trying to scan a god in a second.
Well, it's really more of a thing of, you're more likely to just turn to ass.
No, I'm pretty sure you left the guy that's an ass at the back at DAH.
That'd be impressive, because normally to turn to ash you have to be on fire, and that's really hard for me. Anyways, I'm going to start trying this now.
Have you
As
ever
Riv
taken
seems
a stand
entirely
of
too
Asher?
gung-ho to try this, despite the fact that it might actually kill him.
Okay, so you don't have a reference point. Got it.
Nope. What, you think he's... Riv was barely able to go around traumatizing guardians. You think he's scanned a god before? Even a god in a diminished state? I don't know what you think he's actually gotten up to, but you know.
And Riv's the only one that Asher's got any idea, you know, any possible chance of seeing what happened. Asher has no idea if Riv can do anything here.
Riv will be trying to stack the deck in his favor as much as possible for this, but you know. Whatever happens, happens. In any case, in order to attempt to help stack the deck, as was priorly mentioned, he is going to do a mix of his magic as well as his abilities. For magic, what he's going to use is the words for True Sight, in case there's any sort of illusion stuff going on with the data, like it trying to hide itself. As well as casting History. Because, well, you know.
Yep.
That seems pretty useful right about now.
We are familiar.
Anyways, considering that I'm casting that at level 3... for the true sight. Or whatever the actual. And then he's going to use his actual ability to start trying to scan. So, I guess for his ability part, I'll go ahead and roll an appraisal check to attempt to do this. He will be actually like kind of poking and prodding Asher and trying to use his ability to his utmost. Not actually taking anything, but more just seeing, like, it helps if he gets closer.
Okie dokie.
I don't know what modifiers you want to throw on this dumb roll, but you know.
We're going to increase the difficulty, I believe.
All right, cool.
Because you are starting without a reference point.
Absolutely no reference point, and he probably shouldn't even be trying this. Let's go.
What's looking into the divine?
Look, you already know that this is right in Riv's wheelhouse anyway. Riv has probably asked you to if he could do this multiple times upon dying.
What could possibly go wrong?
To be fair, his logic upon dying and asking is, what am I gonna do, die again? Blissfully unaware.
Now imagining Asher sitting at a table, the entire world engulfed in blue flames.
Anyways, I am gonna soul that one because what's having boost die? Unnecessary. So that brings that up to a 5. There's also a couple 9s in there in case I want to do that. But instead, because it's still the same day, I feel like just gambling instead. So I'm just gonna willpower that. Second verse, same as the first. Oh, let's go ahead and start by souling a 1.
There ain't one of your 9s.
Yeah, it did. As my body decides that it will no longer contain the phlegm. Alright, I'll go ahead and soul another 1.
Jeez, if anything managed to delete all cat and dog memes from the internet, it would collapse.
Yeah, those things are load-bearing, don't you know? And just because why not, in order to get the best result possible, I will go ahead and vigor those 7s in order to make them count, because there are still 2 of them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So, Mobile, you're asking the wrong question, because Digimon basically are non-fungible tokens.
I will fire
Way to make
you.
me lose all value in my character now.
I'm getting the feeling we need to send the light pod to one of the timeouts.
You know what? I agree. That one deserves a pit of death. Did you learn your lesson?
Chi, you take that back.
Yeah, that is a bad girl. Calling us all frickin' NFTs. What's wrong with you?
I'm never gonna play guitar for you again, Lightpaw. I am that deeply offended.
I like how at this point everyone's just trying to be like maximally mean.
To be fair, that was a maximally mean comment.
Oh, I know. I wasn't saying that negatively. I was just more commenting on it. It's not about agreeing with it or disagreeing with it. It was just about the comment.
So, Riv, do you remember how when you went to go scan Haboku's data,
Yeah.
it was super, super dense?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first little bits of Asher's data are like that. And then it gets denser. You're pretty sure you could fit 8 or 9 Digimon's data in the space that Asher currently occupies. If you could
Honestly,
get it
not
all
as bad as he
dense
expected. He was honestly expecting this to go worse, so, you know, he's taking this as a win so far before he explodes.
And then there's a chill that runs up your spine, which is really impressive considering that you are ice type.
Mythic and water, which means he actually double resists, so it's doubly impressive.
And you feel like the data itself is judging you and finding you very, very, very wanting. And your scan shuts itself off.
All right, how does the magic respond?
That is a good question.
Because he was basically just using it to, like, augment and help out in order to try and get scraps of anything that he could.
High or low?
I'm gonna say high.
Yeah, that turned out a 98, so...
So I guess right, cool.
The magic that was enhancing your scanning spell, or your scanning ability, it redirects itself very briefly, then realized, oh, well, okay. And shuts itself off before any mental damage occurs. Or ethereal damage occurs. The mental silence is deafening, though.
All right. So a quick question. Due to his Icarian nature and all of his everything, can I have Riv take damage anyway?
Do you just want a point of exhaustion?
Exhaustion
Will that
isn't
make you
as
happy?
fun as taking damage. Exhaustion, he's already going to be a little bit exhausted.
Okay. You can take. You know what? Here, I will do it this way.
Bring forth the Icarian nature.
You can take 5 non-lethal modified by your ethereal integrity.
Okay, so it's 1.
But you felt the wallop from the data. As the data stream snaps like a rubber band.
Rib is gonna wince a little bit, even though it didn't hurt all that much. It still did hurt. And he's just gonna go, ow, I felt it kind of trying to shut off my ability and my data stopped working, and so I kind of pushed anyway, and then it rubber banded a bit, and then it smacked me. But hey, I didn't fall over and die, so that's good.
Would you be upset if I tried something real quick?
Oh, just so you know, Jace, his data does not like others looking into it, and it will, he kind of starts automatically doing the whole judgy judge thing, and it will eventually just shut off all of your data that is trying to do it.
That's why I want to try something really quick. If you don't have a problem with it, kiddo.
No. Go ahead.
All right. Let's see. Okay. 10 dice. I've never tried this with Asher before. I'm going to try and get my cheat engine up and running. Let's see what happens when I pop that up and see what it says.
As Asher proceeds to vaporize
I think
his
you might have
dad.
kept your crit on.
I think I did. You are correct.
Yeah, you kept all
I
your
need to
crit on.
re-roll that. Sorry. I'll just eat the willpower from that, I guess. To be fair about it, since I've hooked up.
No, you benefited enough anyway.
Was it lack?
This was at increased difficulty.
Okay, that's one
cool.
less.
Yeah, I don't think it matters a lot, but
I'm still going to re-roll a couple of ones here, I think. At increased difficulty, you said? All right.
yes.
So plus 11. And see if I can get rid of those. 2 ones that are there. I don't think it's worth pointing or putting any more resources in, so sure.
Wouldn't that be 14?
It'd be 14, by the way, because you sold the ones.
Oh, right, 14. I didn't do math right because I was too busy subtracting.
It's okay. Math is mathing. You're able to get a little bit more, but it's like, have you ever tried loading, say, a Python file in Notepad?
Yes.
And a lot of it is just invalid character, misparse.
That's what Notepad++ is for.
I mean, even
Yeah.
Notepad++, if you don't have the right language packs installed, it does the same thing. But that's a lot. You're seeing a lot of that as you try to read through the readout. And some of the fields are just straight up redacted. Like I believe he tried something similar on Ritsu, and it's even more so than it was for him.
Oh, that's right. I found a tag this way once. I just copied one that redacted into a Word file and unhighlighted it. Worked really well. I don't think it's going to work
You
here.
might want to hurry before it starts just trying to kill your data.
Fine. Screenshot end session. I got a snippet. I have no idea what's in there. I could start turning things on to myself.
So are you sure that I'm the one most prone to death, Asher?
Asher's kind of giving Jace a look.
Jace is obviously smiling. You've seen him do this shit to people before. He fucking with y'all.
Yes.
Anyway, from what I could tell, at least on my side, your data is, at the very least, at the part that I managed to get to, about 7 to 8 times as dense as a normal Digimon.
Huh.
So, considering how long it would take me to scan, let's say, Arcus, trying to go through everything would be... I'd have to add it to the docket. But at the very least, it's very unlikely that anything is able to easily affect change upon you, especially without it causing problems that would be noticeable. Did you get anything, Jace, besides that?
No, just a lot of invalid
Our
characters.
illustrious champion returns. Welcome home.
Dax_the_bunny just resubscribed for 13 months.
Dax, thank you so much for that resub and your 13 months of support. Pep, pep, pep.
Invalid characters and some
I'm pretty
redacted
sure there's a
spots,
hieroglyphic or two in there, actually.
I could draw some of this out. Some of these are weird symbols I don't think I've ever seen in my existence. Those usually do fun things, though.
Okay, you start drawing that. I'm gonna go back to trying to get sleep.
Well, thanks for the attempt.
It's fine, I'll look more later. To be fair, it's probably worse that he looked at all of this and then went, yeah, it's fine, I'll look more later. It's probably not the best, honestly.
Yeah,
So
but
you're
that's
sure?
would it surprise? Like, do you really think anybody's going to be surprised by that?
No.
Huh.
So, Asher, you're sure I shouldn't take some of these redacted spots and copy and paste them into my own code?
Probably not. Definitely not.
No fun.
I was concerned about letting you even look at it, let alone doing something like that.
Well, I got a screenshot if you want to look at your own code at any point in time. Probably didn't save.
Well, I mean, looking at it, maybe I can figure something out. And then again, you do it a different way, so maybe not. Sir, let me see.
Do that scanny thing. I don't know if I can input data. I don't... How do you do a file transfer? Starts tapping at the air.
I don't know, you were
All right.
offering it, so I've got no idea how you do it yourself.
Well, I know you can take it, so just go ahead and grab it.
Asher will take it, if it's even there.
You're able to get the screen grab. It is a screen grab, so you can't, copy and paste from it or anything like that. But if you take the time, you could probably try to read it. But this looks more like the interpreter wasn't able to interpret the data properly to begin with. So it would take a minute or two to figure out enough of a pattern to go off of. It is going to give you a little bit of a insight in some of the traits that you share with other Digimon, though, because most of those translated fine. It was the things like age and anything relating to your power set.
Oh, well, this age one is just timeless. That's infinity.
I wonder if I can figure out what pack it is and start making correlations. We'll give it to Riv later. I bet he'll come up with like a conversion program or something if we give him enough. Then I can look at gods.
Probably not a good idea to do unless they are, like myself, willingly letting you. Please?
Never said I would, I just said I could. Come on, do I look that stupid?
I mean, what are even the odds that you're going to run into another god?
No comment.
Motions at Asher. What are the chances? 100%. They're 100%.
Is that all you guys were going to be doing for the day?
Asher will go back to looking through at the egg afterwards. He's just gonna shrug it off. Well, actually, is he
Okay.
done with the Ritsu data?
There's still some data in there. Like I said, you basically swept some of the dirt away, and as soon as the bone saw air, the data translated itself to you, or not translated, transferred itself to you. So there's still some dirt there to look through.
Okay, he'll finish going through all of that. Doing what
It
I
goes
said
a
before.
lot faster. It goes much faster. There's not much data left that is belonging to anyone who is still living. Most of it does want to return to the dark area, and of the bits and bobs that are left, it's clear that Ritsu was taking bites out of Digimon as punishments or something similar, and you've got the data from those bites taken out.
So he's got some data that does not want to go back to the dark area.
Yeah, like if you had to make a guess at it, it's like, a hand or a foot got taken from a Digimon that displeased Ritsu, but
Okay.
wasn't displeased Ritsu enough to be executed for it. So they're probably back in the forest somewhere, missing a paw, a limb, a wing.
He will probably send a notice to the DAH to send out a notice to those and he'll see what he can do when they arrive, rather than going and trying to seek them out. Better to put up bulletins around the area, you know?
Have you been injured by or in a Ritsu-related incident? Contact Asher and Haboku.
This week on Asher and Haboku Data Restores. But yeah, that's it, other than looking at the egg.
Okay. Give me a progress roll on the egg.
What was that roll again?
I believe it was investigation or appraisal.
Yeah, that sounds right. Apply my data manipulation thing. Well, this is the same day, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and use my other willpower, since I'll get it back in just a moment.
Shoot, I could have turbo dumped on that roll.
That's better. 6.
Okay. Noted. You're getting a very clear picture of what this is. And you are seeing indications that this does contain a kind of power boost. And it does seem to be able to be, for want of a better word, it seems to be able to be slotted in and safely removed from the Digimon using it, but you're not quite sure how yet.
Interesting. Well, I got no comments on that, so, you know. At least not at this point, you know.
Okie dokie. Riv.
Yep.
Your dreams, when you go to sleep that evening, are haunted by endless halls with flaming braziers leading up to an empty throne.
Wow, this is notably ominous.
Riv standing in a notably ominous place. This is notably ominous.
Can that be a quote?
It echoes. Ominous, ominous, ominous.
The flames flicker dismissively. You're not sure how fire in a brazier can be dismissive, but it is.
I mean, it could be a variation of Candlemon.
No, but
Brazier
fun fact, I
Mon.
do have a Candlemon NPC that I have planned.
Does its name start with K?
No. does start with a C, but
That's close enough, damn it. Fuck you.
sorry, needing to clear up one teeny tiny thing before we move along.
Oh, no.
Just a second.
Anyways, are there any more details of the dream that I should be aware of?
It is not a lucid dream,
Oh, okay.
but Asher, you were saying something?
Oh, I was just saying, I don't remember what, but it wasn't anything important.
Okay. Okay, sorry about that. Haboku. In the night, you briefly wake up to the sensation of being pet and scratched behind ear.
He will crack one eye open and but his tail will wag egg a bit in comfort.
It's neither Asher nor Jace, who both seem to currently be asleep at the moment.
Haboku will look up, and I assume his head will be down.
There's no body there, but the Gekomon hand that Asher had summoned at some point flops over off of your head and onto the floor and turns over and supports itself. It has a wrist now.
Oh,
And it-
well. Yeah.
Oh. The poor thing got restless.
Our community grows.
Derek, thank you for that follow. Welcome.
Sorry, that was restful thinking.
Hey there, little guy. Hey.
Sorry, I missed that. My lungs were rebelling.
Haboku was just saying hello to the Gekomon hand.
It rolls up on to its wrist and waves.
You're right. I think I did say I was going to look after you now. Sorry, my memory's a little bit bad at some areas. Is bad. Nice to meet you. I'm guessing you want to get to know each other more now. Haboku's just tilting his head.
The hand spreads its hand in a shrug.
Jeez, I was actually pausing to see how that would look. Haboku is going to shuffle into his cape a bit, and he's going to pull out his notebook. And he's going to place it before the hand. Don't know if I have anything to write with.
And just kind of taps on the notebook like it's pondering.
Well, this is going to be a bit icky, but Haboku's going to inhale briefly and then and cough up a bit of black liquid from himself.
The hand pokes at it a couple of times.
He'll dip one claw into it, he'd open the notebook and write his name down as best he could.
The Gimund hand curls into a thumbs up. And then through a complex series of dragging acrobatics, manages to write a D before it looks like it needs to take a little bit of a break.
Okay, I can't help myself. I'm sorry. I apologize in advance. D's nuts.
These nuts, that's not these hands.
Please don't throw the poor hand. We don't need to be throwing hands in here.
I'll take my 1 point of damage. That's whoever has the punishment feat.
I don't think anyone does, or I would have been assigning it a lot more.
You don't get to assign it, though.
Jason would have taken like 6 this episode.
So you're saying that you'd give me a slap on the wrist?
7.
I mean, we've really got to hand it to you for all these.
And there it goes.
We're so reliable.
Okay, for the sake of me not dying of laughter tonight, Haboku's just reads the first letter. T. And he just waits for the hand to continue after it's done resting or such.
Yeah, over the course of several minutes, it moves over to the ink ish, blots one of its fingers, wobbles back to the page, and manages to write the word digit.
Digits. Oh, is that what you're called? Oh,
It rolls over and gives another thumbs up.
ah. Well, nice to meet you. So, Haboku extends the claw.
It grabs your claw. It
It's
obviously
just where
can't
we do
shake your
this.
claw because it doesn't have the leverage, but
Gleaming endowment.
Chaosum tip $26.02. You really have your finger on the pulse of humor with these puns.
Thank you very much for that tip there, Chaosum. That
it might be the
is
dog, but you're the. Go ahead.
that is the third tier of the tip goal completed.
I might be a dog. I will make you sleep in the doghouse.
I don't know, you were a bad girl earlier.
You really can't get mad at us for any of the puns we're putting out right now after the one that you dropped, honey. To suggest otherwise would be wistful thinking.
You already used that one.
I just used it again. I can, and I did. Now look, when it gets an elbow, I'll have a lot more to work with, okay?
Yeah, right
We
now we only
will
have a
help.
handful to work with.
Haboku
promise
will
I'll
do
stop.
the. Haboku will do the little dog shake gently. It's just to give it the a proper hair little shake.
The hand cleans its finger off on the sheets and then climbs into your cape to hide.
Okay, you can and stay there. Be careful about some of the stuff I have in there, though. But nice to meet you, Digit.
Don't teach my hamster to suck eggs.
Okay.
Well, if nothing else happens, and Digits, it's all settled in. Haboku will, well, clean up his acre he's built. He'll collect his book again, and settle it back in for the night.
Oh, okay. Jace.
Oh no?
While you are dreaming, a certain red Renamon elbows you in the ribs, and when you wake up, there is a paper crown on your head labeled Dad Pun.
Hell yeah. If I would have known he was around, I would have just got my own room. Looks around, sneaks out of the cabin.
You're gonna need to roll evasion for that.
You mean stealth? A
No.
subterfuge?
Evasion. For the trap.
Okay. Why haven't I thought about getting myself a specialty yet for just dodging your traps?
I don't know. I'm actually pretty sure I approved a discount for that.
That sounds about right.
I'll have to look at my stuff later. No, I got something. I think. Not for evasion. Alright, fine.
Was it in survival?
Fine. Huh?
Was it in survival?
I got a lot of specialties, and I don't feel like thumbing through them at the moment.
Oh no!
I don't think a specialty would have helped you with that one, buddy.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and take my boost die here.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
The good news is you're back to sleep.
Oh, there goes boyfriend time.
The bad news is it was because of a sleep dart.
Opens door, hits floor.
Opens door, hits floor.
Open the door, hit on the floor. Somebody knocked out this dinosaur. Ow.
Are you singing the song now?
Which one?
The one Lightpaw was singing.
No, I was doing a
Parroting.
riff on Let the Bodies Hit the Floor.
Oh, okay. Well, moving along before you get to the first actual verse.
Oh, I was just gonna replace it with snoring sounds.
Ah.
Continue.
Was anybody else wanting a scene on the train overnight?
Well, the Arcus is studying his translation class notes.
You do hear a thump in the hallway, Arcus.
Ah,
Probably followed by loud growling.
Frosty Bite 266 tip $10.
Frosty Bite, thank you for that tip. Thank you for the support.
Arcus is gonna walk out of his room he has and go over to where he heard the sound while having the notes in hand.
For some reason, Jace is sleeping in the hallway. Well, partly in the hallway.
Hello? Hello? Jace?
Snoring noises. Good news, I picked up sustained change for a reason.
Yep. Otherwise, it would have been a problem.
Oh no. Well, Arcus just had an idea. I don't know how this is gonna work. But it's
Oh, no.
funny. So Arcus is gonna be like, wonder if this will work. And he's gonna put his fingers in Chase's nose to see if that gets a reaction to wake him up.
What kind of roll should I do, Eric or Lightpaw?
Did you
Or is this
just
a
try to
situation-
ask yourself what role you should do?
He did. Yeah.
I was
No.
gonna say Aerotan, but I tripped on it, so I said Lightpaw instead. Yes, me. What should I roll for this? Because I am totally the ST here.
I'm pretty sure we've got an integrity check for this.
Sure. This will be instinct then. Oh, where's my dice pool? There's my dice pool. Ah, crap. I got an integrity specialty. Okay. Three.
Well, trying to remember how biology works. Give me a second.
Oh, that joke tried to come too quick. I stopped it this time. See, I can be meat or nice.
I'm trying to remember if snoring it comes from the nasal passages entering into the trachea or if it comes from the either way, you with your nostrils clogged, you Jace, your mouth eventually just opens. And I'm pretty sure that does stop snoring.
It depends on the person. Usually, you want to open up the nasal passages. The most common reason why people snore is because they can't breathe through their nose. It just means that Arcus is looking inside of a dynamo.
How horrible of a fate for Arcus, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure he's absolutely upset looking right into my gaping, wide open, moist maw.
Just don't do a rain.
Where's Zozo, apparently?
Look, all I have to say is Rain was a different situation.
I can't believe Riv has the second highest amount of deaths canonically in ZGF compared to Rain's Infinite.
Sorry, you gotta try harder, Riv.
I know, right? He's only in the 300s. Like, how could he? Those are rookie numbers compared to Rain. Can't believe he's in second.
Now just to wait for a fan artist to draw a mosh up.
So yeah, Arcus is gonna go like, well, that didn't work.
You do find a little teeny tiny quill right where Jace's jaw meets his chin. Or not chin, his throat. That seems to have been filled with some sort of a fluid at one point.
Where his jaw meets his chin. So his chin, right?
No, it's called his jawline, and Jace has one of those for days. But no, I meant where his jaw meets his throat. I'm just having some problems like Chaosum is. It's fine.
Uh-oh. Arcus is gonna try and get the quill out of Jace.
Oh, it comes out fairly easily. This looks like the kind of thing you might put in a trap.
Arcus is gonna do an appraisal check to
A
see what
new
this is.
subscriber arrives. It fills you with determination.
Derek_Evergold just subscribed.
Derek, thank you very much for that that subscription. Can you tell I don't get a whole lot of new subscriptions? Thank you so much, though. I really appreciate it. At least
Hey,
not
it's a-
compared
it's
to
a
the
pro-
number of, resubs.
It's a good problem to have. It means that you've got a small, loyal fan base. Go ahead and roll that appraisal.
Or instinct. Praise.
You know, if it weren't for the fact that this was new, you would say this looks like a dart trap dart.
Oh boy.
But that's ridiculous. Dart traps are ancient. They haven't been used in hundreds of years, right?
You say to one of the two ruin boys.
Hi, Jace. He's gonna start poking his side.
I don't know if I can be woken up, so
I don't think so. You have
You
been
did botch.
given.
yeah, I botched.
You are getting a good night's sleep, whether you like it or not.
Can Arcus at least? Well, I guess Arcus is. Can Arcus tell if Jace is gonna be okay? Like if this wasn't like lethal or anything?
Well, if he's snoring, it was probably not lethal.
Yeah, in that case, Arcus is probably going to look around first to see where the heck this dart even came from. First.
Ah, the pile begins.
So should I roll an investigation?
Sorry, I missed that. I got distracted for a moment.
Arcus is looking for where the dart may have come from. So should I roll an investigation?
I will take either investigation or survival.
Investigation is higher. And I believe I have a trap specialty. Yeah. Yeah.
Just for a reminder, my successes were 7 on the trap.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell. Judging by where it was, you...
Well, I haven't locked it in yet.
Oh, yeah. It's not enough to find it yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
You do have a couple 6s if you want to...
Yeah, I'm thinking of figuring the 6s. Yeah, I'll vigor the 6s.
Frosty Bite.
Or
It's Asher.
so 8.
He was going to sleep here, therefore he set up a trap.
Eight. Since the trap has already fired, you're able to see that it was stretched. It was stretched to get launched up from the floor at the base of the compartment door.
Can you tell
Whenever
if
the
it's like multiple uses or is it like a single use?
It's Asher.
it's not going to fire again until the door is closed.
I think Arcus would know well enough, Asher well enough, or Folger, whichever one it is. Arcus.
Yeah, it's Arcus right now.
There's never just one trap.
Yeah, I didn't say anything about the other traps. I said this one won't fire again until the door is closed.
So it's safe to enter the room with the door being opened now.
You are free to proceed along that assumption.
Yeah, he's just... Arcus is just gonna push Jace back into the room. Baby, let's get back to bed. And he's gonna
I'm
attempt
just
to carry.
imagining itty bitty little hedgehog thing trying to push massive dinosaur. And probably setting off the other dozen traps in the process. Sorry, carry on.
Sorry, I just suddenly got reminded of the ping pong room, ping pong ball being thrown into that room full of mouse traps.
Yeah, so Arcus is just attempting to carry or drag Jace back to his bed.
Luck on that strength roll, buddy.
Right. Probably athletics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7,
And this is going to be with increased difficulty.
10.
It's a simple matter of weight ratios.
Also, I'm pretty sure Jace, even when shrunk down, is still in a higher size category, so you know.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
Jace is
medium right
medium. Isn't Arcus tiny size?
now. No, I believe he's
Actually,
small.
Harrismon are actually taller than you think.
Yeah, he's small.
Oh, okay.
Bring the chart out again.
So you're at least able to attempt it. Okay.
Which is where the +1 difficulty comes in.
It would be funny if he was tiny, though.
It would be pretty funny.
Hey!
5 successes off of a single dice. Let's go.
Hashtag just win.
Instinct. Athletics.
Okay. And now the survival check. Or the evasion check, rather.
Uh, 8.
Let's hope he doesn't set off the guillotine.
Is this thing? No, not that many dice. Is this increased difficulty too, or?
No, this is normal difficulty.
Probably not right now on that specialty. Arcus is the evasive bean. Hidden instinct evasion.
You manage to maneuver Jace into the room and jerk him out of the way as a net trap springs that would have slammed you both into the ceiling.
Boy.
And you do manage to get him into his own bed.
Sitting here for the rest of the night. Or at least until I'm tired, I think. And Jace is becoming a pillow as Arcus continues his studying.
About midday the next morning, the train finally rolls into the Shashin station. According to the timetables, you guys have about you guys have a little bit less than 5 hours before the train you need to be on is going to depart. So you've got a little bit of time in Shashin. But before you guys start making plans, where is your can I get perception rolls from everyone who was on the train platform in Noyato?
That was the border town, right? Noyato?
Noyato is the Agumon town.
Yeah, the border town, yeah.
Oh, who was out during that time? Oh, shoot.
I think Arcus was out for that one.
I
I
don't
know
think
Riv
Jace left
was.
Did Jace even leave the train?
This would have been before you got on the train in Noyato.
So that'd be everybody.
We're transferring trains from the sounds of it.
Yes, in
Okay.
Shashin, you are going to need to transfer trains,
Like a perception check.
but
Okay.
Oh, Riv and Jace are on the same page.
I got a
So
very
what is-
nice night of sleep, whether I liked it or not. Hey, we're on a 5 train. $5 hype train, anybody? Choo choo? Aw.
It evens out to 5. It evens
Yep,
out to 5.
all right.
Yeah, it even sounds so fun.
Both the mean and actually no, all three, the mean, the median, and the mode are 5.
Yep, all of it's 5. It's all 5.
It's all 5, guys. 5's in chat.
Mean, median, mode, and majority.
Give me 2 different performance checks. Not different as in different, but different. I don't think this is different, their quote bot.
Nobody can afford 5 guys right now, Goth Girl.
Ah, yes, the restaurant.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Haboku,
Yes.
you notice it first. There is a familiar figure on the platform. It's not a one-to-one, but there is a black toy Agumon on the platform. You can't be sure it's the same one. This black toy Agumon is not wearing a conductor's cap. He's wearing a pith helmet. But he does seem to be trying to sell some wares on the train platform.
What? A helmet?
So you know the old British explorer movie trope with that weird hat?
Yeah.
That's called a pith helmet.
You might also know it as a safari helm. It's sometimes called a safari helmet.
Yeah, let me see if I can find one really quick. These dorky things.
I see. Hey. Haboku's going to pause as in try to remember where he's seen it before, and assuming the others haven't noticed yet, and he'll say, "Does that guy seem familiar?"
Everybody looks over.
I don't know. Let's see if he tries to scam us. Then we'd know.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Do you want me to go first and see if he melts? Jace will start heading that way.
Arcus will
release
follow.
The release is medium size for now. Back to huge. Or large, or whatever size Jace is. What size is Jace?
By default, you are huge.
Yes.
Oh, this poor guy. He seems a little bit distracted. He's talking to another Digimon on the platform, who seems to be holding a piece of pottery. Yes, genuine article, straight from the old Henka era. Beautiful. You're never gonna find another piece like it. I promise you that. He's saying to this other Digimon as you approach.
Oh.
Hey Riv, do you want to identify this pot for this man so that way you can prove to him that it is indeed genuine Hinka?
The Shadow Agumon freezes.
Or maybe Arcus. You both probably could identify it. After all, you probably wouldn't want to make sure that a proper archaeologist has a look at it to give it a sign off of authenticity. I don't think this fella here would be out here scamming, right?
Arcus will take a look at it.
I like looking at things.
Can Asher just, take all the data from it and make it disappear?
You're pretty sure it's just your imagination, but you can hear the sound of stone rumbling as his expression slowly creeps into horror, and he turns his head to face the group. Oh! Oh! The experts! Yes, I love having experts review. But certainly.
I am still wearing the dad pun crown, by the way.
You can see tiny clear studs falling off of him.
So, Riv, do you want to do a separate roll or do an assist?
No, just take just take his assist.
How much is that?
If Mir helps as well, with teamwork, assuming appraisal and none of my specialties proccing, that'll be +7 dice.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Arcus takes those 6s for free.
The 6 is 2?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a 17.
18 instinct. Appraisal.
Well, he's done more.
Despite everything that tells you that this man is a scam artist running a scam, there are genuine Henken pottery pieces in here.
Are all of them genuine, or is it just some of them?
It's enough of them that it can't be an accident. There are a few things that are just random bits of clay that they could have come from Henka, but they might have just been, he found a paving stone that was loose and is trying to pass it off as something genuine. But there is enough genuine Henken. There is enough genuine Henken stuff here that he isn't entirely full of brown studs.
I guess I have another question now. How does it look like it was like a restored pottery?
No. It looks like whatever this is was pulled out of a ruin, and it might have changed hands 2 or 3 times at most, but this is a recent recovery.
Well, it's good to know that we know that this guy's British now.
Well, at least you aren't entirely scamming this time.
Wait, no, of course not. What do you mean this time? We've never met, friends.
I like your new hat.
It's I haven't seen many people wearing that, but it's nice.
So, where did you actually get these? Because it seems that you
Enough
weren't
of them
even...
are real. It's like at least 70%.
He apparently didn't know that based on that line.
Yeah. So where did you actually get it?
Oh, I got it from that Babamon over there.
Jason's gonna get down to eye level with this poor guy. Which probably means he's laying on his chest and he's gonna give him the dad look.
Does anyone... My God. Does anyone want to roll insight for that?
I mean, Haboku will probably just be dumb enough to look in that direction, whatever direction he points.
Yeah. take 2 additional insight from Arcus.
Yeah, you guys aren't fooled, so you see the exact second when he turns around and runs, not even caring if you buy it. He turns and runs so fast as he's leaving his helmet behind.
Oh, about that, action of opportunity.
Go for it.
Dragon drop. He's gonna have to roll an opposed athletics and or whatchamacallit against me. Athletics or acrobatics.
Can Arcus try and make sure the pot isn't damaged when Jace does this?
Yeah, go ahead.
That'd probably be an initiative, right?
No.
No?
So when he takes off, does he leave with the other pottery there with us, or does he just take that with him?
No, he tried to book it, but Jace, you grab him by the shoulders before he gets more than a step.
Yeah, Jace's
Okay,
tail
so-
just wraps around him. He's tripped. He's dragged 10 feet closer.
I didn't see a Babamat over there.
Oh,
He was
what
lying.
a!
So that is twice now.
Why did you try to run? You could have actually come up with a pretty good lie that we might have believed that you got this somehow legally, but now I'm pretty sure it's stolen from somebody.
No, I swear, I didn't steal it from nobody. I can't steal. Do you see me? Do I look like the kind of person that can steal?
Then where did you get it from?
Can't tell you that.
You
They'll
can.
cut me off.
How about this? You want me to roll the intimidate when Jace leans in and goes, "You can't tell me, but you will."
Jace.
Go for it.
Jace, ask him how long ago he got them too, by the way.
Okay.
So, like, how big is this pot?
You can take 3 presents from Haboku if you want, Chase.
Sure. I have 2 specialties that apply here. By the way, just so you're aware, Lightpaw, did I master one of these? I have not. I'm going to solo one because I still have a boost die.
I have a few too. You can use one of mine. I don't
Sure.
think I've used any yet. An 11 now.
But Lightpaw question was asked.
Yeah.
Which question?
How big is the pot?
The the genuine articles range, like there's not a complete pot among them. Even if you assembled all of the broken pieces, you might get 3/4 of a storage pot, but this does look about the size of a, well, frankly, it looks like you could fit inside one of these pots when it was fully
Yeah.
grown. Well, fully
Ah.
intact. So this is a pretty decent sized pot, whatever it was. As for that, I don't know. Okay. I don't know his name. It's a Gargamon. He just comes by, dropped off a crate. I gave him some bits, and we didn't say no more about it. He just said it came from the Henka, and I don't know anything else.
Do you think I should just haul him to the guard station or whatever counts for police around here?
Yeah.
Hey, I bought these legit.
Pretty
Yo.
sure he would get in trouble back home for sure.
What happens in Henka isn't my job, or isn't my responsibility. I'm here in Shashen. It's not a crime to buy stuff in Shashen. It's not a crime to sell stuff in Shashen.
But
Yet you got... Go ahead.
You also took stuff from a ruin, technically.
I didn't take nothing from
without
nowhere.
permission.
For all I
Do
know,
you at
he
least
had...
have a lawyer or something?
What's a lawyer?
I don't think you should talk about what's legal and not legal.
I'm just gonna pick him up with my tail. Alright, guys, I'm gonna bring this one in. I guess I'm bringing this stuff with.
Why do you keep doing this in really public places, too? Shouldn't you be standing in a back alley somewhere?
Anyways, you shouldn't be worried about going to the police station. If this stuff was legally got, then you would be fine. They'll just check it and move on, right? And you wouldn't have run. Which means that you know it's not legally got.
Those little circular clear studs are just raining off of him and vanishing before they hit the ground. I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright. See you guys in 5 hours. I'm gonna bring this one in.
Can I go with you with the pot?
Sure.
Okay. Arcus picks up the pot if he is able to and follows after Chase.
Well, like I said, it's a collection of shards. There is a crate nearby with straw in it. You could reasonably take some time to put the pot shards in the crate. And then
Oh,
bring
I
the
thought it was an
crate.
assembled pot.
No.
Okay. Yeah, he'll put them in.
That and he was selling too is going to be must be so confused right now.
Yeah.
At some point, they decided that this wasn't their circus, and those weren't their Momomons. So they put the pot shard back and walked away.
Man.
So, how long do we have before our next train?
Essentially, this is a 5-hour layover.
It's barely any time, but at least I could go to the library.
And this is
Not enough
the
time for a library trip.
Agumon town, right?
Oh, this is Shashen.
Shashan.
This is the black Lego Agumon from the Agumon town.
Okay.
He's just
was
in
that
Shashen
family.
now.
Allegedly.
Hey, free hat at least.
I could see Haboku wearing that.
Would you wear it over or under the hood?
I think it's for when Eddie doesn't feel like having the hood up.
Just do us a favor and don't turn British while wearing it. I deal with enough British.
Yeah, Lightplot, as we're talking to the guard station, can Arcus look over some of these shards? Especially the ones like he noted as being from Henka, to see if there's anything more to them, possibly.
What are you looking for specifically?
Just looking for anything like possible writing things.
There's no writing, but there some of the designs that hadn't faded away, like paint and such on the shards, were what helped identify it as legitimately from somewhere in the Henka region.
Ah,
It's also worth noting that this is at least 2 different pots, maybe more. Like these are shards from different pieces, not just from the same pot.
ah.
Unless the designer of this particular pot really had no sense of color theory.
Okay.
Okay. When you get to the guard station, the guard at the front desk is a Labramon, not Asher style, the original, who doesn't
the
seem to
original.
have a lot to do, just because they are reading a paperback when you walk in. Good afternoon. How can I help? Oh, God. I see you've caught a miscreant.
Yeah. Selling possible stolen goods over at the... Well, most likely stolen. 90% likely stolen from a temple or something. Back at the train station.
I didn't steal anything.
He didn't steal it. He got a mysterious box from another person, spent some bits on it, and tried to turn around and hawk it. Not all of it's real. We caught him also scamming people at another town, selling train tickets to a train that was free.
Allegedly. Can't prove it.
I can. I can get people from that area here in about... How far away are we from that other place?
If you include a stopover in Kinzo, it's about 4 days by Trailmon.
I need to know miles. Actually. Roughly.
Basically, because that's how many per mile is affects how long it would take him to teleport there.
Yep.
So that's the reason why.
Minute per mile.
Hang
If
on,
it's-
I need to do complicated math.
I was about to say, if you need me to do math, a squared plus b squared equals c squared.
Okay, so it's 1,400. Sorry, nope. Sorry, it's 14,000 miles from Kinzo to Shinran, apparently.
That. Excuse me?
What?
Yeah, I
Wait,
just.
right?
No, wait, that's kilometers. Give me a second.
Okay. So you said it takes 4 days. It'd be 4 days and it took us a day to get here. That logically means that was 3 days. So c squared would equal c squared. So I need the square root of that.
Yeah, because like Earth's diameter in miles is less than 8,000. So that'd be a truly wild.
So it'd be roughly 3 days in trains that we established before. So 3.1214 days. Trains travel 30 miles an hour. It was traveling 24 hours a day. So we're going to do that times 24. And then we'll take this and we'll divide it by, or multiply it by 30.
Having trouble finding how fast passenger trains go, so I looked at the speed gauge for the passenger trains that would have been used. And they go up to 200 kilometers per hour. So I was using that as a baseline.
I think we got a speed of 30 miles an hour because this one has a deck that you can sit on. And any more than that would kind of suck. So the travel time would be 75.84.
And welcome to Distance Angle Hunters, ladies and gentlemen.
We spend way too much time measuring things on this campaign.
Never mind, it would take me roughly
A
roughly
bit. It would
40
take
minutes to teleport there, and then 40 minutes to teleport back.
Isn't it a minute per mile?
Yes.
If it's moving 30 miles an hour, 72 hours to get from Kinzo to Shah.
I might have done that wrong. Doesn't matter. It's some amount of time. But my response remains that I could, and it would take me a certain amount of time.
I think that might be a couple of days of focus. Anyway.
I'll set him down. Arcus, can you bring over the crate, please?
Marcus
Well,
gives the guy the pottery.
well, that definitely smells like clay and straw and snozzberries? Why don't we start with this? What's the guy's name?
Look at him. What's her name? Oh, now he chooses to shut up.
No, I need to go find the notes document and look it up.
Why did you ask for his name if he didn't have it?
I thought I had it on hand, but it's not in that note document, so I had to pull it out of another one. It's Ringo! He looks around so shadily that you are 100% sure that he's lying, even without making a roll.
I'm going to remind you that you can fit entirely within my mouth. For legal purposes, that was not a threat. Do you want to
The
try and
Labramon,
tell us your name again?
The Labramon pokes at their notes anyway. No, hang on. Renga. Yeah. I didn't say that! Nope, we've actually gotten reports about this guy before. Huh. He pulls out a folder and opens it, and a piece of parchment unfolds out of it, and unfolds out of it, and unfolds out of it, and unfolds out of it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, buddy.
The Labramon pulls off a sketch and holds it up next to the Black Shadow Argamon. Uh-huh. You know what? Just go ahead and throw him in the cell. We'll sort the rest out later.
Wow, 7 layers of stupid. All yours.
The Labramon sets the folder down and finds a leash from somewhere that he leads the Shadow Toy Agumon off by.
Ah, get collared.
The rap sheet literally hits the floor and goes a little bit under the guy's chair.
Arcus is just looking down. And then at Jace.
That guy was worse than I thought.
I mean, look, if you gotta do things to survive, it's one thing. I can't say shit about that, but scamming people...
Yeah.
Have some level of
Especially
dignity.
with rude materials.
Yeah.
Especially at the rap sheet like that.
Like, feel free to eat people and kill them and stuff, but scam them? Have some decency.
Look,
If you
man.
look, the rap sheet is filled with things like small-time scams, running from the police, that sort of thing. The worst he's done seems to be receiving stolen goods. He doesn't seem to have anything like breaking and entering or anything like that on his list, but he's done a lot. He's been a very busy brick.
I wonder if the guard here will let me keep the pieces that actually were from the Henka region, just so I can return them back with us when we go.
Do you want to ask when he comes back before we leave?
Yeah.
As Arcus rubs the back of his head.
Jace sits down. Guess we're waiting.
It doesn't actually take long. The Labramon comes back and kind of tosses his head in a kids these days gesture.
So, question.
Mm-hmm. He asks as he starts folding things up.
So, I was examining some of these things he had on him. As Arcus is pointing to the clay pottery pieces. And some of them are actually legitimate Henka region pottery things. And I was hoping to return them back since we're heading that way.
The Labramon looks at his files and ponders for a minute. If you could give me an etiquette roll or
Oh, boy.
persuasion. Persuasion is a thing. Persuasion. Yes.
Oh boy. This is gonna go great. Does my runes his specialty apply?
I didn't know it would do that.
I'm gonna guess my rune specialty doesn't apply for this.
I don't think so, no.
No, okay. Gonna attempt to solve the one. That's currently a 2. Probably gonna alright. That was spent the previous day. I think I'll just willpower that. And soul the ones. Nice. 8+6, given accounting for ones things. That is an 11. Expertise is instinct.
Labramon rubs his ears a little bit. You know what? We've got enough to pin on him even without it to keep him probably locked up for a while. If even half of this gets a conviction. Oof. Oh, oof. Just leave anything that isn't actually from Henka here.
I was planning on doing that. And Arcus takes the pieces that are from the Henka region out of the box and puts them in his pack. And then he thanks the guard.
Okay.
Chase, should we go back and find the others?
They'll meet us in 5 hours. I'm thinking about stopping somewhere to eat. Think I'm finally hungry again.
It's going to be closer to 4 at this point.
Yeah, 4 hours. Wonder if Shenshin has one of those fancy all-you-can-eat places.
So why were you on the floor? In the train?
Asher's trap. I was trying to sneak out.
Ah, yeah. Be good. But yeah, food!
Let's go.
Arcus follows.
Follow me. Okay, Riv, you said you were wanting to check the library. I think it's just
What?
Can we
That's
get
the
that
sign
again
it's
in
starting to get
English?
Yeah, sorry, I don't speak bottom.
anything specific?
Yeah, obviously he'll keep looking for anything related to ruins and the like. He's read up a bit about Henka in general, considering that, like, you know, he used to live on the border and then was interested in the Henka ruins, but just hadn't had a chance to visit in person. But finding any sort of additional information on the region, as well as even more recent entries, would definitely be on his list. In addition to that, if there's a bookstore around, he might get a bit more specific, but for now it's just going to be more of his generalized research stuff that he's doing in order to prep for things. So things related to Hemka, things related to any sort of relics, that sort of stuff. Guardians. It's just going to be Riv's standard fare. It's just that he has the opportunity to look in a different library.
Okay, did you say Guardians there at the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically just his normal 3 things, which is their upcoming destination, ruins, and like relics, ruins/relics, those two being intertwined, as well as guardians.
Okay. Go ahead and roll investigation, but I think you have a library sciences specialty.
Normally research is academics, which I do have a bookworm specialty for.
Go ahead. This is going to be mostly to see what the library itself has more than anything.
Oh, okay. Well, let me double check I'm adding up all this stuff right. That's... Rib has a very reasonable academic score. That'll be 15 successes. Also, in case anyone was wondering, yes, it is written like that on my sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's actually spelled right, but, you know, it's late.
You are not in the library, but in one of the bookshops. You're able to discover a tome that is this is going to be very specific knowledge that I don't know if the players are going to have. Have you Are you familiar with the European peerage records?
Oh yeah, I am.
It's going to be something like that. It is just a list of in the year of we are not going into what the dating
In the year of its current year.
Such and such Digimon wrested control of such and such region from such and such Digimon. It doesn't quite reach to the modern era, but it gets probably about 20 years back, 30. Actually, no, let's call it 50.
50, all right. In that case, Rib is immediately going to bring that up to the front desk purchase area and go, "Hi, how much for this one, please?"
The Candlemon is going to look at that. Look up at you, look at that. Look at the book, look back up at you. And you can see the calculations running through his Candlemon brain. And I need to get your sheet really quickly. He is going to give you a number that most Digimon would associate with their monthly living expenses, not with a purchase of a book.
All right, just at that kind of number. Not that Riv isn't like going to consider paying for it at that, but he is also just going to go, "How many people do you really have wanting stuff like this?"
How often do you see books like this? Do you see books like this detailed and this old? These records go back thousands of years.
I think you'd actually be surprised. I've very recently seen a bunch of older books. Granted, those were inside of a ruin, but you know, they were still readable.
Readable in modern common?
Well, no, but I know how to translate it, so it didn't matter.
The Candlemon gives you a look like he's trying to decide if he is trying to charge you enough. Look, it takes a lot of
Rib is just
effort.
gonna take
It
out
takes a-
his. Rib is gonna
it takes
take
a
out
lot.
his digipad and it just kind of like show the Candlemon his recent academic paper that he's been writing about his experience inside the ruin and all the things he found.
Then surely you, of all people, know how difficult it is to source and acquire such rare tomes as this. The effort it takes just to acquire such a find is not without notability. Not to mention the preservation it takes.
OOC, that translates to some guy brought this in and I put it out on the shelf.
Yeah, Rib is just gonna give him a bit of a look, and he's just gonna go, "I'm a part of a volunteer organization. Do you think that I just have a ton of money?" How long have you even had this book here?
Oh, this find was one that we acquired only last year, in fact. It's barely had any shelf time at all. Restoration alone, restoration of the binding alone. He shakes his head, and the wax below his flame kind of wobbles, but doesn't disconnect from him. No, I'm afraid I can't lower the price.
So, how much for one of the transcribed copies that you have lying around?
He looks at you and then deflates like you've just completely ruined his fun. 5 bytes for the transcription.
It's okay, I'll buy more things here too. I just didn't feel like getting scalped out of a month's living expenses just to get an original copy.
No one ever does. He sighs and he starts drawing up starts going into the back to get the transcription.
He kind of gave it away when he started talking about the binding restoration, and then Riv's like, "Wait, is this the original copy? Wait, hold on. Why is this man trying to sell the original copy?"
He's a rare antiquities dealer, like a rare books dealer.
Oh, in that case, yeah, Riv will probably buy a ton of shit from him.
Okay, we can
Anyways,
draw up a list of those later.
Yeah, it was what, 5 bytes for the
5 bytes for the copy. Yeah.
I just noted that down for now because I'm gonna end up spending a lot more bytes on expanding the Riv book library that he just hauls around with him. I'm sure that whoever first tries to like pickpocket Riv or like steal Riv's backpack and looks inside is just like, it's a bunch of fucking books. Why is it all books?
They aren't even first editions. Probably best if we sort that out off stream, and then
because I'm gonna ask for like a bunch of random shit if possible. Most of it will probably not be useful. It's just stuff that I want Riv to have, so you know.
Yeah. Asher, Haboku, did either of you want to do anything in town with the 5 hours that you have?
One moment.
Nothing in particular. Where Haboku will probably just wander around. Oh, actually, hey, if since you already approved this, we'll try and phase through to something like a bowl or something, but probably a small one. Is there anywhere you can like practice?
So what were you wanting to practice?
Phasing.
Well, Asher would be up for helping with that.
No.
Certainly, Asher would have some knowledge about how all that works, considering God of Death and all.
By all means, please.
This is provided, Lightfall allows. Unless Lightfall fell asleep.
I suddenly realized that I might have been muted when I asked the question. So, are you just going to try to locate a random unattached wall? Are you just looking for a quiet spot to practice in an alley? How are you going about this?
So
I would just look
first
for
off, Meme Tao?
Oh yeah, no, just I'm literally already adding him.
Yeah, good.
Yep.
Look,
Secondly,
we've
you
all been
should
coughing so much tonight.
You should totally find just some random house to practice on and just phase into their dining room while they're eating dinner.
So it's just gonna be the classic cartoon thing of you go through the wall. It is inevitably always the bathroom while they're taking a shower. Girly screech.
Well, not anymore. Gosh, my fun.
Haboku will go somewhere where it doesn't look like there's too many people on the outside. I can't say he'll actually be smart enough to check if anyone's inside a wall or anything. He's just trying to see if he can and practice well enough. So I guess anywhere there's no rhyme or reason.
Had to bring up coughing. Jesus. High or low?
Low.
Okay, Asher, give me a teamwork roll.
What?
A teamwork roll. For how well you are helping.
That's an expertise.
Teamwork is just something that you hand out as additional dice to other players. You don't roll it yourself, you just give it to people.
Would teaching be academics then? Or would that be...
Academics would be teaching, yes.
Okay. That one.
I just got more dots in it.
Yeah, Riv isn't there right now, but just as an example, that's why Riv has an academic specialty in teaching. So that way he could, teach pretty good.
No one. There.
That was
10.
almost a 1 again.
It takes a bit, but eventually you are able to phase into what turns out to be a closet of some kind in some Digimon's house.
Don't worry, Haboku. I think you're brave, even though you're about to come out of the closet.
You end up knocking over a broom that was leaning against the wall that you phased through.
I would like to describe Haboku's phasing as kind of similar to how he would try him attempting to burrow for something, but at his claws seem to actually allow him to phase forward instead. Oh, I think I got it. Asher, I'm in a closet. What do I do?
Well, you're supposed to come out of the closet then. Especially if it's not your closet.
Haboku head tilts, then goes out the way he came in. And what was that?
Well, I said you're supposed to come out of the closet, especially if it's not your closet.
Oh, okay. He leaves. He leaves the wall.
You can hear the clatter of a Rube Goldberg-esque chain of events happening on the other side of the wall. From the broom being knocked over.
Little do we know, you have just caused the death of the occupant of this house.
I mean, when Asher now.
I was about to say, just consider it.
We did not catch that, Tal.
Oh, I was just saying, consider it like a prayer or a tribute or something then,
I tribute this broom to the god of death.
Temptation just to have Haboku phase back in and say apologize. It's just in phase out again.
Somehow, inevitably, there's something circular that seems to have fallen to the floor and is just going.
So I just want to put this on the table that you're sitting at home, you're just having a nice time, right? You're just chillaxing or whatever the heck you're doing in your house. Then suddenly something falls over in the closet. Not a big deal. But then the events cascade. And then a bunch of chaos happens in your house. And then suddenly from that closet you hear a voice just shout, "Sorry!" And nobody's there. Just saying. I think the cacophony of events would be one thing, but the sorry would get me.
Well, if anything, the occupant was probably looking for an excuse to move anyway.
There's screaming coming from the opposite street as some Digimon is running for a priest.
Oh, did I do it bad?
Nah, you just added some excitement to their life.
Oh, okay.
That said, we should probably go somewhere else.
Okay, let's food.
Yeah, food sounds good.
and cue them just briskly walking away. Hey, without a care in the world. While this poor victim is losing it.
You're gonna come back through it. You're gonna find the Warrens sitting in the living room. Okay. Unfortunately, with my lungs, I think we might need to call it here.
Oh, who needs lungs? Just throw them in the wash, they'll be fine.
Yeah, that's the plan. So, if you guys didn't have anything else planned to do in Shashan,
We can always hand out new lungs.
then you are able to pass the rest of the day and get onto the train to Frost Edge. Or rather, the Frost Edge station. Which I will put in the handy-dandy notes document.
Sounds good.
And we will pick up from there next week.
Or are feeling less stuffy.
Hopefully, yeah.
I don't know, maybe they'll feel even worse. One can hope. Sorry, I might have been channeling a little too much Asher tonight. But thank you everybody for joining us today for Data Anomaly Hunter's Scar. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They're on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to help out the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, checking out our other tabletop RPGs over on Spotify as well as YouTube, or just coming by and hanging out. But for now, thank you so much for joining, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.